girl.
Yeah.
So this is she would so obviously I've never met with her before, but she would say stuff like.
Have you ever seen her face to face?
No, I haven't. This is all.
Is she from UK?
She's from London.
She is.
London,
Yeah.
She would say, "Oh, I just came to visit my cousin. He lives like 2 roads down from you."
The empathy the public is showing Martha from Baby Reindeer is a prime example why stalking or sexual harassment, abuse against men is not taken seriously.
Stop digressing, Julian.
You're the one who's fucking scratching
sorry.
your balls and shit. But listen, like, I mean, for our mind clarity, because we're both tired. So let's just take a deep breath in.
I'm not tired.
Yeah, you were sleeping when we came. That's why we're late, and that's why we.
Don't even try it. What time did you lot come today? After 8:45 you came.
Yeah,
You
but
said
then
eight
we were
o'clock.
waiting outside for 10 minutes.
I slept because you didn't come on time.
All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. So, yeah, we took a little break.
It wasn't a little break, bro. It was a big break.
We said we were gonna be consistent this year. I mean, we are consistent.
We are consistent. It's like we didn't give up.
We're just taking breaks.
Yeah, we're allowed to take breaks.
Yeah, we're allowed to take breaks.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got a little bit busy with life. And Vithujan here, every time we do a podcast, I feel like we need to congratulate him for something.
Right? Oh yeah, last time I got married.
The marriage. So, if you're watching this, while you're watching this, drop a comment and say congratulations to our boy here.
Got married again.
You tell them the news.
I had a baby girl.
Do you wanna say her name or no?
Yeah, her name is Inia Kanmani.
Inia Kanmani Vithujan.
Vithujan, yeah.
Nice name.
Cheers, bro.
Wait, did we even apologize for the delay?
No, we didn't apologize.
Obviously, just for the few people that actually wait for our podcast.
For the few people that watch. For the 5 people that watch.
For the 5 people that watch the podcast regularly.
Yeah.
We want to apologize for the delay.
Yeah.
And we also want to give you another apology for future delays. Because very likely there will be another delay.
Yeah. We're busy men with full-time jobs.
Alright, so let's get to the main point.
Yeah.
And it's based on something. I know you've watched it because we've discussed it briefly.
Oh, yeah. Is that the recommendation I gave you?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer.
Yeah.
Nice, family, fun movie to watch. Get your kids together and watch it, especially if they are under the age of 6.
Fucked.
Yeah, Baby Reindeer, so cute.
Okay, honestly.
That's fucked.
Alright, cool. So, what would you rate it first out of 10?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Oh, but what do you rate it as a cinematic thing? As a cinematic piece?
As in, like, overall, like, is it something where you're like, this is sick, like, making, storyline, everything?
Oh, storyline, mise-en-scene, all that stuff.
Right.
I'd give it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
7.5, you know?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's quite a big comment from me.
For me, I think, for the fact that I don't really watch many, like, Netflix series and stuff, like, because I get bored very quickly. But this, I watched it in, like, one go. So
they binge watched the whole thing.
Yeah. And I think I like the fact that a lot of the episodes were only like 30 minutes,
They were 35 minutes short.
So
remember, guys, sometimes short is not bad.
Yeah.
Small is not bad at all.
So so for the viewers, for the people that haven't watched it, obviously spoiler alert. And if you're not gonna watch it, carry on watching. Vithujan is gonna briefly explain to us Baby Reindeer.
Who, me?
Yeah. You're gonna explain.
Okay, guys. So don't want to go into it too much,
Yeah,
but if
briefly.
you haven't watched it, and people who don't want to watch, obviously,
Yeah.
Disclaimer: it's a bit of a tough watch.
Yeah.
But
Therefore.
it's basically about the struggling comedian who works at a local pub, and his name is Donny, yeah, and he ends up working at a pub, and then what happens is during his shift he encounters this woman who comes to the pub, like a fat woman, not that that's important, but who goes by the name of Martha. She looks in distress, she looks like she's fed up with life. She just looks really stressed out, and then she comes and sits there, and he's like, "Oh, can I offer you a drink or whatnot?"
Like
and she
tea or something now, coffee.
like coffee, drink, and she's like, "Can't afford it."
Yeah.
Can't afford it.
She's Scottish, isn't it?
Yeah, she's Scottish, and I think he is as well.
Yeah.
Can't afford it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, it's in the house," and he gives her a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then they form this sort of friendship or whatnot, and she keeps coming every day for the next 2-3 weeks now.
Yeah.
And she orders a Diet Coke differently. She orders a Diet Coke, but she never drinks it.
Yeah.
And every time she says she can't afford it and stuff.
Yeah.
And they just become like really good friends because he's obviously a struggling comedian who's looking to get some sort of like attention and whatnot.
Yeah.
And she seems to give it to him just the way he likes it as well.
Yeah.
But then they end up seeing each other so much. Bear in mind, still at the pub.
But at the pub, not like outside.
Not outside the pub. No, they see each other every day at the pub to a point where she's laughing at his jokes, and And she just loves being with him, and he likes the attention as well. Because right now, my guy is Donny. He's in a dark place, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So stuff like that, obviously, and then things starts to get a bit creepier and creepier because now once she gets home, she starts emailing him like 100 emails a day.
Yeah.
Saying
basically stalking him basically.
Yeah. So and then she'll go home and send an email from her computer, but then it will say on the bottom, send from iPhone.
Yeah.
When it's actually done on the laptop or something. Yeah. So it's little things like that. She gets her email, gets her phone number. She starts going on a rampage by stalking his Facebook, commenting on every single picture.
And then he even asks like, who's that girl? And she gets jealous of like old pictures of women in
pictures
it.
that he has on his Facebook from years ago. She goes, oh, who's this fucking bitch and stuff like that. It's crazy. But and then it just gets to a point where it gets so toxic so quickly to a point where he's trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But she managed to find out where he is, and he goes back to the place where he used to. Well, he shares a flat with his ex-girlfriend's mum, I think, innit? Yeah. She just sits outside the bus stop, and just like. Think what did she do again? Does she in the beginning? She just sits there and watches him. But I'm not gonna lie.
Was scary,
she sits there at the bus stop opposite the house and just watches everything he's doing. At early morning, he could just wake up to get some water in the middle of the night and look out the window, just staring at the window.
Bro, I still remember that one shot where he just looks over the curtain and she's sitting there,
in the rain, rain and everything. And then eventually,
without sleeping and shit,
I think she catches like hypothermia. She gets really cold, and he invites her into the house.
Yeah, because he felt bad.
Yeah, so that's the storyline, guys, basically. And then obviously he goes out with another girl, and the other girl gets ended up getting beaten up by Martha, the stalker. But yeah, that's just the story.
Yeah.
And then from there, there's a lot of things.
There's like it goes into another deep world. Basically.
Deep world, yeah. There's a reason why he ends up working at the pub as a failed comedian.
Yeah.
Because he goes to the Edinburgh Fringe, which is like comedian central, and where if you make it there, then you pretty much made it anywhere in life. So he goes there, and he meets a producer for some TV show, and obviously he wants to be famous and get his stuff out there. He goes and has this friendship with this other producer guy who lures him into his flat,
makes him take drugs,
drugs him up. Because bear in mind, Donnie's never taken drugs now at this point, innit? But he takes like heroin,
everything,
weed,
Who's next door?
I don't know. Next door neighbors, I guess.
I swear there's a space between both door.
No. Probably, I don't know.
Cool, anyways.
Nothing to do with me anyways. But yeah, and then obviously when he's unconscious, like he makes sexual
moves and touches him up
and stuff. And this, knowingly this happens, he keeps going back again and again to the guy, which annoyed me a little bit, but we'll get into that a bit.
Okay, so that's the thing. Well, okay, based on the show, one thing I wanted to ask you is, did you at any point feel sorry for Martha?
No, there were some scenes I felt sorry for her, but then there was also like I think in the very first 3-4 episodes, you hate her.
Yeah, so much.
You forget the fact that this is just a TV show now. Yeah. But then I think the fact that they keep reminding you that this is a true story, and
because
he acts in it as well.
He acts in it. Yeah.
He's the main character, the guy who went through it.
The crazy thing is that like he's. Yeah, like you said, he's literally reliving the trauma and stuff. That takes guts to act like that, bro.
You have to be so brave.
But that's why I feel like this show is on another level, because one, this guy is acting out his whole story again, and it's not just any story; it's a traumatic story, And two, you know how you said you hated Martha? Yeah. That's what made me realize how sick of an actress she is.
She's good, man. She's been in other shows before, but I don't remember clearly what shows. But she was good, man.
Yeah.
But then when you asked me, did you feel sorry for her? There was some scenes where I actually felt bad for her.
Which bits?
Like when she's outside his house waiting at the bus stop, and she's and she's freezing and stuff.
I think I was still annoyed at that point. It's like, why are you waiting there, bro?
Then, there's a bit where she, when she gets sentenced or something.
That bit I felt a bit
bad. Yeah. And there's also the little story where she talks about her flashback, where she talks about the baby reindeer she had. Which is a reference as to why she called him baby reindeer. I thought it was a funny name.
It's crazy, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, while I was watching it, I'm not gonna lie to you, there were certain points where I felt like I was in a mental hospital, bro.
Is it?
Because it's like you feel like you're going crazy. Didn't you get a headache watching certain parts? Because it's like everything just keeps getting worse. Because I thought Martha was already the worst thing that can happen in this show.
And then
that fucking
producer
guy comes.
The writer, yeah.
But that producer does, that shit is bare normal within the industry.
That's normal, like fucking Harvey Weinstein or whatever his name. Yeah.
Like they will be like, I'll make you famous, do this, do that, all that shit.
But let's not talk too much about this series. But definitely give it a watch, guys. But 100%. Watch it at your own risk, obviously, because I like to think I'm very thick-skinned, and I think it's one of the hardest watches I've seen in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
That one and that one. So,
but it's definitely worth it.
It's definitely worth it. Yeah, and I think in the movie, in the series, you sort of see the other side. You know what I mean? Offender as well.
Yeah.
You don't get to sympathize with them, but you see bits. You see. I think the way this is written, especially, is so realistic to a point where you're like, oh shit. Because normally you watch stuff and you're like, nah, I'm not gonna go through this ever, and you don't think it could ever happen. But this one, oh my god.
Obviously, you know how we thought with Donnie, like, why does he keep going back to that guy? Yeah. Why does he, what took him so long to tell the police about Martha? Yeah, it's like you said, like a normal person without knowing the full story, you might ask those questions, but once you kind of get into his mindset, he not justifies it, but he kind of makes you understand why he couldn't tell the police straight, because it's not that he was loving the attention, but he was in like you said, a very dark position in life that he wanted at least her attention or some attention.
That's why I don't know if I watched it correctly in the series, but doesn't he go and like fuck her?
No, that's what I thought, but he actually pictures fucking her when he fucks his actual girl.
Okay, so say for example, this has happened to me before, not to me, but I've heard people's stories where they say they've been abused once, and then they get, and then it happens again and again, and I've looked at them and be like,
why did you stay with them?
Why did you stay with them? Why did you just go away?
100%.
Why didn't you just move away from it? But after watching, but then obviously later on in life I realized that you freeze when these things happen to you. Like it's not normal. You don't know what to do at that point in life.
That, for example, the abusive relationship you're talking about. Those things, sometimes it's more like there's more to it. Sometimes with girls or guys or whatever, it might be that, look, more people, more family knows, and I can't let go of this relationship. I kind of need to make it work and stuff.
But in his case, it wasn't. He still kept going back. But you also see the reason why, because like you said, he's in such a dark place. And the only attention he's getting is from these fucking abusers and fucking stalkers, isn't it?
And so with the author guy, or with the writer, the main reason he kept going back to him was because the only thing he wanted was fame. He wanted to be a comedian.
And he was promised something.
And he kept feeling like maybe I will get it from him, because he is a top guy. Like he's a big man, isn't it?
Imagine this was his master plan, just to release his Netflix series, isn't it?
So he went through all of it just so he can have a fucked up story. That's fucked. That's fucked to go through that. All right, cool. I've got the definition of stalking.
Okay.
Read it out, number 2. I think that's a better definition.
Stalking: to pursue or approach stealthily. Oh, that's a cat, bro. Hold up. That's the way a cat walks. Sorry.
That's what I said.
Stalking. Second one: harass or persecute someone with unwanted and obsessive attention. And then an example: for 5 years, she was stalked by a man who would taunt her and threaten her.
I think keyword here is obsessive.
Obsessively following, stalking,
being on their case, and unwanted. Like even when you're saying, "Can you stop?" and they still carry on, that's stalking, I would say.
Oh yeah, I've never done that to anyone.
I never asked you.
No, I'm just saying I never done it.
Cool. Thank you for letting us know.
I don't stalk people. People stalk me.
We appreciate your kindness for not stalking anyone. And but. Tell us a story, because I know you. I don't know. Maybe the viewers can tell us. I don't know if this counts as stalking or not. But I remember it's actually when I first met you and stuff. This was happening. You know what story I'm talking about? I won't say names.
No, I don't know.
But that girl who constantly kept messaging.
Oh yeah. So not long ago, well, it's 7-8 years ago now. When I was doing all right on Instagram, this girl used to message me every day, and that's when they I think it was she was message me every day saying, oh, a nice video, react to everything I was posting, comment on everything I was posting. And I thought, you know what, this is innocent power, let her do her thing, innit? So she added me on every single social media network that I had, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of it. And then that fucking happened, and I think she got my number somehow as well, because what happened was she was like, oh, I drew a picture of you and I really want to send the picture to you. And I was like, oh, send it on Instagram, and she goes,
did she ever tell you how she got your number?
No, I gave it to her, bro, because she said, I'm gonna send you like a nice picture. on WhatsApp, please. And I was like, okay, sure.
So it's like Donnie, you're just innocently being nice.
I basically offered her the tea, the cup of tea, basically.
Yeah.
And then she sends me some dead picture of me, man. It's an ugly fucking picture. You can't draw. You actually can't draw. I don't care about you.
Imagine she's still watching you, but she just doesn't talk to you.
Yeah, I think I put her in a place. But then it just started getting so weird, innit? Like quickly. And then I used to think, what is wrong? Has she not got a life? Because why is she up at 5:30 in the morning? So because I used to get up at like 3-4 in the morning because I used to work at the airport, right? So I used to get up at 4-5 in the morning, and she'd be awake.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, I knew you were gonna get up at this time and stuff like that. I was like, why is she so fucking weird?
Yeah.
And it started getting scary quickly. Yeah. And then around that time is when you and me and his other friend,
we used to chill quite a lot.
And we used to like do these funny videos here and there. And so we were like a trio. How do you say trio? Trio on social media, right?
Yeah.
So I would ignore the girl whenever she messaged me, and then she started messaging Julian.
Yeah. And she would ask like, oh, can you tell Vithujan to reply, please? Because he's not replying to my messages. Yeah. And then I won't reply because I'm like,
he doesn't even reply to me anyways.
and then she'll message our other friend as well. And then he will tell us.
No. What happened? There was, so you blocked her. Yeah. I blocked her.
Oh, and he felt bad.
And then he was like, guys, please unblock her. I feel bad.
Yeah. I remember that,
But yeah, and I think, because I never do this, but I think I must have sent like a voice note, like cursing and swearing at her.
Yeah.
I didn't hear from her then.
Yeah.
But then like Donnie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the attention.
No,
yeah.
you didn't.
I did. I'm not gonna lie.
I think for a while you did because you're like someone's.
I think initially you're like, whoa, who the fuck am I? Why is she so obsessed with me?
Yeah,
and then it just gets crazy real quick, innit? It wasn't like Donnie. I didn't enjoy it, but it was nice knowing you were wanted.
It's good that you cut it straight away. And you made your point.
You nipped the butt.
You don't know where it could have led to.
Of course, man.
What if she was outside your door slowly and shit?
You know what happened?
What?
So she would casually.
Don't chat shit. What?
So this girl. So this is She would. So obviously, I've never met with her before, but she would say stuff like.
Have you ever seen her face to face?
No, I haven't. This is all.
Is she from UK?
She's from London.
She is.
Yeah. She would say, "Oh, I just came to visit my cousin. He lives like 2 roads down from you."
Yeah.
And then the thing is, I think she can pinpoint what. This is why you gotta be careful with what you post on social media.
Yeah.
Because people know where you can live, where you live. So not where you can live. So where you live, just based on putting a few pictures and posts together where you chill and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think at that time, the previous night, I must have gone to a Tamil restaurant which was nearby my house. Posted the shit out of that, and the next day, and then she was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm just near this place right now. Would you be okay to come and chill with me for a bit?" And I was like, "No." No. And then it used to happen for the next couple of weeks, couple of months, and she would say, "Oh, this is before I blocked her, sorry. Oh, I'm in Harrow right now. Come see me. And I was like, no. And then she would make it look like that she just happened to be in Harrow. And let me just meet up with Vitu quickly. She came there for me. I can guarantee you that. Yeah.
Fucking
and it used to get so.
So then, was she watching you from far away? You're saying?
I don't know. I'm not even surprised.
So this is 100% stalking. There's no question.
It is stalking.
Especially if you're doing it while you're saying stop doing it.
I said stop being stalking. No, because obviously I didn't tell her like stop stalking. I said stop being weird. Why are you acting like a crazy person? And obviously me, because this person is now messaging me left, right, center every day. I get more comfortable with the person, so I'm like, fuck off, bitch. All saying all those things to her. But then I feel bad later on. I'm like, oh, sorry, by the way, sorry, because what it is with me, I don't have like having notifications, so I have to click on it and open the message. I don't like just sitting in there. Back when I did the social media, I think I'm not even boasting or blowing my own trumpet right now, but amongst a few Tamil, why you
joke saying blowing my own trumpet.
No, but I used to get like 4,000 likes per post, and I'm not even lying, I was one of the few Tamil guys that actually had like 20k plus followers
back then.
No, back then I had like 35.
And then it slowly reduced the sign.
Ever since I started talking about Ulam and Palestine,
all that stuff.
It dropped.
Yeah. But the thing is, back then, having 20k followers or whatever was a big deal. Obviously nowadays, left, right, center, everyone's got 100k.
No, everyone's got 100k. If you have less than 100k, you're not.
This guy from Canada, it's similar to the whole what you said about how you just thought it was a fan, like you're just there being nice, and obviously out of courtesy you're nice to them as well. Like Donnie was nice and stuff, in Baby Reindeer. So he must have messaged her based on her post or something. And she replied back as you would by saying like, oh, thank you very much for this. He must have got excited over the reply. That's when everything started. From that day onwards, every day was constant messages from him, She was ignoring it. And somehow he got her email address. He started emailing her, and it was exactly like she even showed me, that you know the emails like Donny, it was like every day 100. It was like that, and it was basically like this Canadian stalker guy was literally a psycho. I think he's Tamil, and he was basically like every morning when he wakes up, it would be a long email where he would say "Good morning, beautiful" with hearts and shit. And in his world, he was going out with her. In his world.
Shit.
And he created stories like something about her living next door to him, like, I'm gonna come visit you soon, all that shit. And then he'd be like, you know what, I miss it when you do this, when you do that. And she's like, but I've never even spoken to you apart from that one message or something, And then he was living in his own dream world, basically. And it doesn't stop there. So
that's worse than Martha.
So one day on her story, she must have posted this is back in the day when people went Starbucks before the whole Palestine stuff, before boycotting and stuff. And you know how on Starbucks cups they write your name and shit?
Oh, yeah.
So I think she must have taken a picture with her name on it.
Oh, yeah, because they spell it wrong or something. Yeah.
This guy, when he started buying coffee in Starbucks in Canada or America, I think he was working in America as well, he would get her name on it and he would take pictures and post it on his story. And he'd put hearts on it or whatever.
Wait, he would say this girl's name
to buy it. And then it would be her name and then he would take pictures.
What the fuck?
This is just the start, bro. Then it gets worse. He basically starts messaging her colleagues and things like that,
Oh, like a workplace,
like her
friends and stuff,
people that she knows and stuff, and to them, like he would say he's her boyfriend, and they start thinking maybe he is, but I don't know about it, and they're like, she's not replying. Can you talk to her, please? They all message her saying your boyfriend said this. Can you speak to him and shit? And then she'll be like, who? And then they will say this, and she's like, nah, I don't know this guy. He's been stalking me. And then they're like, oh shit, I kind of had a doubt he was being a bit weird and stuff.
Fucking hell.
And it doesn't stop there. He got details of her cousin. And he started messaging her cousin. And again, when he speaks to her cousin, he starts speaking as if she's family as well. He'd be like, he'll call her by her nickname and shit. And he'd be like, can you tell her I miss her so much? Can you tell her to reply and all that shit?
This is scary, man.
Yeah. Fuck. So and then he started doing shit where like he would he randomly dropped the name of her address and shit. And then at this point, she's like, fuck, this guy knows my address.
Wait, do we know how he got it?
This is the thing, you know what we were saying earlier, how these days I think stalking is very, very easy, bruv, because our life is on social media.
Oh yeah, how she found out I lived in Harrow.
Yeah, like things like that, like little things you post, or if you have a business, it comes up on Company House. Sometimes people put their addresses. There's so many ways, bruv. So he found her address and he said it and stuff. It got so bad to the point where she was so scared, she started telling the police. She made complaints. What the feds do, just like in fucking Baby Reindeer. One thing I didn't like in Baby Reindeer is the amount of complaints he made. Eventually, when he did decide to tell them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, but she hasn't done anything yet." Or like when he said, "I'm getting non-stop calls," and he's there and he's like, "Look, she's still calling me." And the police, what do they say? But it's private number. But it's not enough evidence. Same shit. So the police start saying to her, unless he's actually here.
In the UK,
like
are we sure he's from Canada, right?
Yeah, 100%, because he's a real person. He's a real person. Because I knew people who were following him, and I messaged them because I wanted to help her out. So I messaged them and I asked them like, who is this guy? Is he real? What is he? Why is he not stopping and shit? And they were like, oh nah, he did go to my secondary school, and he was always weird.
Didn't one of our friends know him?
Yeah, so he was like a lonely guy apparently.
Oh shit.
So I remember like I posted this picture up and stuff, and I said if anyone in Canada knows this guy, like tell him kind of thing, he needs to stop now kind of shit, yeah. Because the thing is, nothing was getting to him because she had family in Canada, and she got them to speak to him. They spoke to him and he would laugh it off. They knew his address, and they'd be like, we'll come to your house. You know what he would say? I can't wait to see you guys. Like, he had no fear. This guy had no fear, bro.
That's fucking scary, man.
It got worse and worse to the point where it was like 3-4 years of every single day emails.
Wait, it's still happening?
No. So, then few things happened. Like even I spoke to his parents. One time I called the parents and I told them like, listen, what is your son doing? The amount of people that have called you guys, and you kept saying, we'll tell our kid this and that. And then she was.
Well, he's a grown man.
He's a grown man. Yeah. But the mom was bare crying, saying, "Oh shit,
yeah." The mom.
She was crying and she was like, "Oh, I didn't know he was still doing it. Please, police stop a while."
She didn't know he was still doing it, so she was aware.
That he's stuff,
Fuck me.
And then eventually a few calls like that from different people, whatever. I think he stopped, right?
Do you feel sorry for him or what?
No, I don't feel sorry for him at all. But he's got a mental issue.
Yeah, but then
he's a psycho.
Doesn't that make you feel sorry for him?
I don't think so, bro. Because at this point,
No, I get it. If you don't feel sorry for him, I fully understand why.
Yeah, it's like one thing that was pissing me off is the fact that the police actually told the because when he was working in America, the police told the American police as well, and they didn't do shit. They warned him apparently. They warned him, but again, he has no fear. He was probably ready to go jail for this shit, yeah, for someone he's never met, and he apparently you would email about that as well, like, oh, they came, the police warned me. Like, he didn't care, bro.
I'm not smiling because it's funny.
And remember, Martha was doing shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the police warned me, but I'm never leaving you. I'm never stopping and shit. Things like that. Bro, that story, if I had to go deep into it, I could go for an hour and shit,
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What's the most fucked up thing the guy's done from your knowledge?
From my knowledge...
Obviously, everything he's done so far is fucked up, but what...
He has said things like, oh, he'll come, he can't wait to come. He even made up this whole... He even made up this whole story about how he came to the UK, but the airport sent him back or something because he was on the list.
I don't think that's a lie.
But no, because the police said that I think the police confirmed that they can't send him back because unless he comes and does something, that's when. And that's what was pissing me off. It's like, so wait, you're not gonna do shit until something happens.
Then if they read the emails, then they know he's got.
They read the emails. Yeah. Nothing bothered them. Okay, for them, it's like he's just emails. Though.
Back to your question, what's the worst thing he's done?
I think there's been worse, but from my knowledge, from what I remember, one of the worst things was he got to the point where he even knew what her cousins were up to. And he would email them or her or something saying, oh, I like the colors sari your cousins bought yesterday or something. And he was like outside the sari shop in a car or some shit. He must have been watching them.
Oh, from Canada, her Canadian cousins.
Canadian cousins or something like that. I briefly remember a story, something about sari or some shit.
He's so close to her, yet so far. You know
what
I mean?
Yeah.
Like far in terms of like mileage, miles. Like he's a different country.
Yeah.
But so close and personal to her.
It's mad, bro. But bro, it was to the point where she deactivated and went off socials like Instagram, TikTok, everything.
I don't blame the person.
For about a whole year.
I don't blame them.
And she needed socials for her business as well. So, but she had to come out of it because of this guy.
He must have had a field day with her when she came back.
It's mad annoying because it's like how this one person has so much control over you and the police can't do shit about it, but you're ruining your lives. You're having nightmares. You can't sleep. You're always thinking this guy. You wake up, this guy could be outside your house. He could be outside your uni, wherever. I mean, workplace, wherever.
Yeah. You know, people can just look at him like it's just a stalker, fucking harmless. He's just obsessed with you. Leave it out. But because I've had this weird stalker of mine, I can tell you that it gets crazy like really quickly as well. Yeah. Like obviously, I think it's the moment you feel the invasion of privacy, like where they know your personal shit
too much. Yeah.
When they know too much of it, because I remember, I think also the girl that stalked me used to be like, "Oh, does your sister go to the school next to the McDonald's?" And I was like, "How the fuck does she know that?" She would say things like that to me. "Oh, is there a uniform like this color, tie, and that?" And I'm like, "How the fuck does she know that?" So when it gets personal, that's when. But that's mad, man. So send my greetings to the girl.
I said it's a fucked up story.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are you saying greetings, bro?
No, greetings. Condolences. Condolences.
We need to stop doing serious topics on this podcast.
Why?
We should just talk.
But who's laughing?
Huh?
Who's laughing?
Bruv, you just said send her my greetings. Why are you greeting her?
I sound like this talker now.
Yeah.
I sound like this talker. Fuck. Nah, but on a serious note, that's fucked up because you wouldn't want that to happen to your younger sister, older sister, or anyone in your family.
This whole thing, obviously, this whole podcast has been about stalking and stuff, yeah? I think, obviously, not everyone, because white people don't watch South Asian movies and stuff, yeah? No, they don't. But I think within, like, the South Asian community, yeah? South Asian movies, Tamil movies, Bollywood films, whatever it is, has a big influence on us because we're so into movies more than, like, other people, I think. Like, we idolize actors too much and stuff. And like Vithujan said, I do sometimes as well. But then one thing I was like, for example, I'm a big fan of Simbu, Kamal and things like that. But one thing I know you know as well, that the second we find out that Simbu or Kamal is done something dodgy on the side.
Simbu or Kamal?
Like, because I used to be a Vijay Sethupathi fan. And the second we heard that shit, probably it took us a second for us to not be a fan.
Unfollow.
Like now we can't even stand watching him half of the time.
No, we even rated him number 10 on that list.
On that list, yeah. If we want to know which list, follow us on TikTok. But it's same thing. Like with Simbu or Kamal. Oh fuck. With Kamal or Simbu. if I did find out any dirt or anything fucked up, it would take me a second.
No, but you have mentioned it because I know you like Kamal Hassan and whatnot.
Yeah,
Hence
but I always
we had to fucking go watch Big Boss for 10 hours.
But then I've always said that I don't like his politics.
Yeah,
he's a bit mad when it comes to that. I don't like his political views and shit. Not all the time. But anyways, my point is that we're a group of people that hero worship. Even Mangata and Gilly got re-released, and I've seen videos of people doing fireworks inside the cinema. Guys, I don't know if
they do it back home or in India, it makes sense. Why are you doing it here?
But you know what's mad, They're gonna stop playing Tamil films.
They will. They did that for a bit.
Back in the day.
They did that for a bit because like View used to show all the Tamil movies, but View's like, we're not having these fucking fuckers.
I don't know, because sometimes I watch it and I feel like, oh fuck, I'd probably feel like that.
No, be like, it's a nice vibe.
I'll get gassed as well. But then sometimes I'm thinking like, nah, it's too much, bro. Like, why are we so gassed over this actor who doesn't give a fuck about us kind of thing? I don't know. I feel like we're overdoing it.
I get that it's part of your childhood and it's bringing back a lot of memories and whatnot, but I feel like if I had gone to watch it, I would have just been annoyed at people because I didn't get to watch the film properly.
It's mad. But anyways, what I'm saying is, so movie has an impact on us, has an influence on us. How much do you think South Asian movies has an impact on the stalking culture in South Asia?
Oh, big time. Big time. Let's normal plot of a Tamil movie.
Yeah.
Hero.
Yeah.
Protagonist in this case.
Yeah. South Asian
film
films.
mainly, even Bollywood, bro.
Yeah, Bollywood.
Shah Rukh Khan be doing things from the back in the days, bro.
Yeah.
Now like hero falls in love with girl.
Yeah.
Girl, no love back.
Yeah.
Boy, constantly love.
Constant pushing.
Boy, keep following.
Yeah. Follow.
Follow.
Push,
girl,
push. No.
Put in English. The story, the narrative is always
for a while.
Guy chasing a girl that doesn't love him back, and he wins her heart eventually.
Yeah.
By following her, torturing her, going to her workplace, singing songs about her, and shit like that. And what do we do as young Tamil guys? We're easily impressed by that.
And we might think like being young.
Can you see I'm scratching my balls?
Don't do them things on fucking camera, bruv. Don't even come near me, bruv. You're mad.
I showered.
But listen, I don't care if you showered. Don't fucking put your hand near me. But listen,
you literally had a fully grown man sleep next to you last night. So what are you talking about?
What? So what was he fucking touching my balls or something? You're mad.
He would have if you let him.
But listen, I don't let him in it. But
it's probably why. If anyone wondering who,
he's like, cut it out. No, we're not cutting it out. We're putting that in.
Anyways,
but listen,
stop digressing, Julian.
You're the one who's fucking scratching your balls and shit. But listen, I was saying,
hero worshipping.
Hero worshipping was time back, bro. We're talking about fucking.
If you're talking about fucking,
we're talking about stalking culture in movies, bro. Yeah, like imagine being young, and you don't know how to impress a girl. You're watching these movies, and you think that the only way to get a girl you want is to keep going after her. And you're thinking, okay, imagine I try moving to a girl, and she's like, "Can you stop?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta do it one more time, And then I email her, I'm like, hey, I'm still here, I love you or whatever. And she's like, I'm serious, can you stop? And I'm like, alright, cool. That means I need to fucking
go to a workplace.
To a workplace. And the more I do it, she's gonna eventually fall
let me go befriend her parents. Because in some movies, the hero goes to the girl's parents' house and they befriend the mom and dad and her sisters.
And the fucked up thing is, in these movies, eventually the girl falls for it though.
I know.
Because they fall for it, these dumb guys that watch these films and get influenced by it.
They're so naive, They think it's a working thing. They
think that if you keep doing it, it will happen and shit. But anyways, tell me a film, because there's so many films.
There's so many, man.
Tell me one film that you can quickly think of where there's a lot of stalking in. One thing I know is...
Oh, wait. Go on.
One thing I know is a lot of Dhanush films and Sivakarthikeyan films was
we're talking about Sivakarthikeyan and fucking that movie, Remo. He went to the next extremes.
Remo.
My guy...
Remo was a full-on stalking
My
movie.
guy... fell in love with a girl he saw who works as a nurse in a hospital. What does he do? He dresses up as a nurse. Clean shaves his face and all of that.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen Remo because I had so many bad reviews about it.
Yeah, it's shit film.
Quickly, briefly, tell me. Like, so why does he dress up as a girl?
Because he wants to win her heart.
But is it because she previously didn't like?
So he acts as a nurse.
Yeah.
But she's engaged already with someone.
She's engaged with somebody else, but he is acting as a nurse.
Yeah.
Who is working with her.
Yeah.
And then she will say good things about
about the actual guy.
himself, but that's him, innit?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But it's but then before that even happened, like it's like catching her on the bus, waiting outside her office, going there, and all those things. Yeah, so it's just basically the normal formula for a Tamil film. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the fact that they normalize that shit.
Yeah, they what they done is they just added a comedy twist to it by making him dress up as a woman.
That's if anything, that's even worse.
Yeah, exactly. So the length, like the extent he's going to, just to impress this woman. Yeah.
You know what's
and
mad,
what happens?
though?
She falls in love with him.
And you know what's mad though? Like we get entertained. Okay, not we didn't like that film.
No.
I don't think so. But majority of the people do get entertained by these films. Yeah. And you know what's mad? Like put that story in real life.
Yeah.
That's a Netflix documentary, bro. That's like a psycho. Imagine hearing that story. Yo, you know someone fucking dressed up as a woman to try and get the attention of this girl because he really liked her. That's scary, bro.
No, if you explain it to an English person.
Yeah.
You know, this is why we don't win no fucking Oscars and BAFTAs and all that shit.
Yeah, until there's movies like that.
These are our storylines.
Yeah. Another one I can think of is Kutti. Have you seen Kutti?
Oh,
Danush's old film.
Oh.
I remember when that film came out, it was such a popular film. Everyone loved it. The funny thing is, she's going out with someone already.
Yeah.
Or in the film, she starts going out with someone. Even that guy is a psycho. Even Danush is a psycho when you think about it. Because the film starts with the second hero, the second character, on top of a building, and he's like, if you don't say, she's down there, Shreya, I think. Was it Shreya and Kutti?
Yeah, Shreya,
Yeah, and then he's looking at her and he's like, if you don't say I love you, I'm going to jump off this building. And then all her friends are like, please say I love you to him, say I love you to him, he's going to fall off in. And then she's like, okay, I love you, and shit, And the next thing you know, they start going out. Instead of her telling the police, this guy's fucking blackmailing me and shit, emotionally blackmailing me.
How's that attractive, man?
No, and then she goes out with him, but you can tell she doesn't even like him, but she's with him,
yeah.
So that's already fucked up. There's one fucked up guy in this film. Yeah. Then there's Danush, who knows that she's in a relationship at this point, constantly goes behind her, and he's again saying like, he will make sure he gets this girl. And he doesn't want her to be with him because he's a bad guy, because I think he cheats or some shit. So he's like, you need to be with me, this guy's a bad guy. But she's telling him, I don't like you either, bro, But at this point, it's like both.
At this point, can you blame the guys? The girl's really thick in the head right now
because she's going out with him.
She's even giving them both a day of time. Like, why is she?
But that's the thing. I think those are the kind of plots that fuck you up for girls and guys.
Yeah.
Because you know how I said, guys get influenced by it. Don't get me wrong, bro. I've seen shit. Or like posts on Instagram. This isn't even Tamil. This is like UK people, where they've said stuff like, "Oh, I find it attractive when a guy keeps trying hard to get me and shit. Like he doesn't stop after one time." Oh, bro.
Speaking of that, I saw a meme the other day. Is in the it was a video of Indian again.
Yeah.
Indian guy in the video. It's like a video of a guy. So it's in two parts of the video, The first part of the video.
Wait. Do you think you can find that video?
Can't, bro. I wish I fucking saved it. So in the first video, it's basically a guy, and the caption is, when your wife doesn't want to have sex with you, but you're a rugged man, so you force sex on her,
Yeah.
And then and that's the first part. And the second part is where it's like, when you're in the mood and you want to have sex with your wife, but she's got a headache, and then the guy who's acting in the video, he's like, oh, let me massage your head, let's just have a chill, let's watch a movie. So two types of guys, You know what the comment says, A girl says in the comment, I am not going to like something, but I like the first rugged look.
People.
And then one girl says, no wonder fucking rape is so high in India, because you guys allow this shit. It makes sense to bring that up to this, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, and then I looked at all the comments. I'm telling you, I read 100 comments at least. Everybody's like, I like that rugged look.
It's mad, bro.
I like that rugged look. Rugged look.
Just so we don't go off topic, just to quickly add to what you just said, it's like the whole Arjun Reddy film. Arjun Reddy.
Oh yeah.
Aditya Varma, the Tamil version. Arjun Reddy was the Telugu version, I think. Or whatever,
Animo.
It's like those films were big hits among like in India and stuff, But those
amongst virgin men over the age of 25.
And a lot of girls became fans of the Arjun Reddy actor because he was that fucking aggressive guy who's like fucking aggressive to his girl and shit.
He's even aggressive to the Vela, that little sneaky link that he has, isn't it?
It's mad, bro. And people love that character. They're like, oh, he's so attractive and all that shit. And I'm thinking like, you guys are mad. Like, don't support these kind of films.
No.
Because these are the kind of guys we're creating out here.
Stupid shit.
Like violent fucking people who's like, if I don't get what I want, I'll be violent towards her and shit. But anyways, that's off topic. But getting back to Stalking and that, Baby Reindeer, all this Canadian Psycho, all that shit.
Kutti movie.
Yeah.
You finished on that?
Yeah, Kutti. Yeah, so
So
eventually
who does she end up with in the end?
she ends up with Dhanush. Obviously, he's the hero in the film. Yeah, he cries and he emotionally blackmails her again at the end, and she's like, "Oh my god, so you're the real guy."
And they also do a bit of gaslighting as well, innit?
Probably, bruv. Yeah, all that shit. But then these two films we said,
We should see if we can find scenes from it.
it's pretty much every film, bro. Back then, obviously we've been talking about the influence South Asian movies has. I've got a fucked up story here.
Really?
It's a real story.
Yeah.
I took some notes on it actually to prove that movies do have an influence on real life situations and stuff. So this happened in India. On the morning of 24th of June 2016, Swathi, a 24-year-old IT professional, was murdered in broad daylight on a platform at a railway station, yeah?
Fucking hell.
So the murderer was Ram Kumar. Ram Kumar claimed that he has fallen in love with her at first sight in September 2015. So love at first sight bullshit, yeah? Again, that's what all South Asian movies used to be about. People falling in love by just looking at someone. That shit is not real, but anyways, yeah. So then he moved to the city where she lived in, but not because of her only, because he was actually Ram Kumar's relocation to the city was primarily to finish off his studies and try his luck in Kollywood. So this guy was obsessed with Tamil movies as well, and he wanted to become an actor, which shows that he was probably influenced a lot by movies, right?
He's 50% there already.
Yeah. So he would stalk Swathi daily, waiting for her outside his residence to catch a glimpse of her. Just to get a glimpse. Just like in
so
movies,
now he's
bro.
stalking right now.
Exactly. Now you're stalking. But in movies, in Tamil movies, there's a nice melody song in the background, and they make that scene look exciting and nice.
The girl's getting ready upstairs in the house,
and then he'll be
the
like
guys
watching
leaning next to the motorbike, watching her from the outside.
Yeah, motorbike, or he'll be hiding behind a tree just to get a quick glimpse, and then his friends will be like, "Oh, when are you gonna tell her your love?" He's like, and shit. But you know that shit is so normal in films, yeah. And they'll put a song to make it seem nice. But okay, now let's bring that to real life.
Yeah.
There's no background music. It's real shit. He's stalking her outside just to catch a glimpse, and he will take pictures of her from a distance. Again, creepy behavior, bro.
Fucking pictures, you know.
Ram Kumar first expressed his love to Swathi at a temple near his residence, which led to a heated argument, which led to basically Swathi slapping him. She ended up slapping him. She stood up for herself.
As he deserves, yeah.
Despite this incident, Ram Kumar continued to stalk her on her way to work, temple visits, and outside her house.
Just even social stuff.
And finally, on June 24th at 6:35, Swathi was hacked to death at Nungambakam railway station.
Oh fuck, we've been
Nungambakam,
bro.
Yeah. So at that railway station, in broad daylight, bro, in front of people.
Because he was like,
because he couldn't have a girl that didn't like him, he didn't even speak to her like that.
Fuck.
Psycho behavior, bro. So, I just wanted to quickly clarify that this is obviously not just India.
No, of course not.
This shit happens everywhere. Like we did examples we gave, the Canadian guy, whatever.
It even happens the other way around. Girls stalking
guys.
In my case.
Like his case, like Baby Reindeer and all that.
I'm lucky mine is not as extreme. And
another thing is, it's not just South Asian community, because up till recently, I've been hearing a lot of like, even white people. It happens in every country.
Hence, we spoke about Baby Rain in the first place.
Yeah.
A lot of people are coming out with their stories now after having watched that series, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's crazy, man.
So this happens everywhere. Yeah. So it's not just a thing that's influenced by movies.
No.
It's just already out there.
We're just mentioning movies because it
does have an impact.
Especially like our demographic and what we grew up watching. Because we could have fucking become those. We could have been those stalkers if we wanted to.
Bruv, of course. Because we... Don't give that look. It's a serious topic.
I'm sorry.
How many times
No. I haven't stalked anyone, but the most I ever stalk someone is probably like go through the Instagram picture.
Yeah, that everyone does. Who doesn't do that?
Yeah,
Who doesn't do that?
Okay.
But
do you screenshot and save them though?
Why'd you do that?
I'm joking. I didn't. I don't. No, I'm saying that's the only form of stalking I know.
Yeah, but we all do that, innit?
Looking at people. And sometimes I stalk people with my wife together.
What? Stalk girls or
random people?
Oh, okay.
Like someone on social media.
But you're just trying to see their life, like what they're up to. Yeah. But that's what social media is about, innit?
Yeah.
But
fucking a hot hitting topic.
Yeah, this topic was deep, but obviously I know we kind of
went over quickly.
When kind of drifted into other topics, and we kind of at certain points it might have seemed like we were laughing too much, but obviously not at the actual topic.
No.
It's because we kind of made it lighthearted.
We are trying to not make it too serious.
Too serious, because obviously people don't seem to like podcasts when it's just completely deep stuff.
Yeah. No, but that just paints mine and Julian's characters, how we are. But besides that, the whole stalking aspect of it is fucked up, and I know even nowadays people are struggling to come out with it.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, stalking is just the first step.
Yeah.
What happens after the stalking is deadly, as you can be deadly in some situations, you know.
Okay, so quick question.
Yeah.
Based on everything we spoke about, so baby Reindeer situation, the fact that he told the feds and they didn't do shit. The Canada story I told you about, she told the police hundreds of times, nothing happened, and they pretty much said we won't do anything until something happens or he's here. So what? Like, you want him to attack her and then they do some shit, yeah? So my question is, do you feel like there should be a change in law or how strict things are when it comes to stalking?
I feel like that, you know, I think right now the threshold for stalking, like in order for you to prosecute someone and arrest them, I think the bar is set quite low at the moment. So I think there should be things that people do now, like even just more than 100 emails, just more than 500 calls or something like that. Even that's calling someone 30 times in a row. Like if I call you like 10 times, that I would class that as harassment. If I call you 10 times and you're picking up, that's harassment right now. And that's not a nice thing. So
as in, like, if you do it to someone who doesn't want calls from you.
Basically. So if someone is also not picking up for a reason or something, I don't know why I keep making it sound like you don't pick up. But as an example, right? So, but I think there is something where if someone calls you like 25 times in a row, there's little rules out there. But I feel like the bar should be a lot lower. And it's when these things happen, stricter, But a bar being lower, meaning that it should happen as soon as the first stage of stalking has started, which starts off not innocently, but starts off small with just a few calls. Because before it gets to 100 calls, you need to nip it in the butt there and then, you know, when it's at 5 calls.
Because a lot of like even in UK, I think recently there was that story of a murder in a park or something. I forgot the exact story, but this white girl got murdered and stuff. Even that story, the fucked up thing is she actually complained to the police about this stalking thing many times until she got murdered. So it's like, if you took action back then we could have stopped it. That's
what I'm saying.
But then I think their justification is there's so much going on. If we're gonna stop at every stalking, then we get stalking complaints every day about hundreds of these emails. So how do we stop all of them, kind of thing? That's what they would say.
Yeah, but I do, not saying I'm siding with them completely, but I do get where they're coming from, because let's be honest, our police force could be used on a lot of other good things, right? But then not to dismiss that stalking is any less, but I'm saying, like, there are petty cases where it's just someone like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, like little puppy love, whatever, which could be deadly as well.
And then sometimes people misuse the stalking thing. They're not actually being stalked. They're just
how many you know, this is so funny, you know, when Tamil girls speak to boys at a young age, 16, 15, and the dads find out, you know what dads do?
What?
They call the police
and they say the guys are stalking them and all that shit.
And then the police come there, and then it turns out the girl's fucking fine, and the person they're talking to is fine. Turns out the girl DM'd the boy beforehand.
That's the thing. So maybe
but that's what I'm saying, people go to the police for everything. So I see there should be stricter laws, and there should be like a limit to how many times you can harass someone.
I feel like it shouldn't be a big deal, and it shouldn't be a big ask for women or men. We have to say men, because baby Reindeer is the best example, and what you were saying as well. Men or women, it shouldn't be a big ask for them to just be like, I want to fucking feel safe. I don't want to get 100 calls a day or 100 emails. And there should be a way to be like, once, like you said, once we get this many emails and calls, that person should be contacted. Because it takes them like a minute or two. Just contact them and at least warn them and say, you need to stop doing this. Otherwise, the next stage will be this. But at least if they're getting contacted, that'll be that first step, innit? But they don't do that until they get more evidence. Until they're like, oh, he needs to be at your door. We need that.
You know, also what I found out that with people that watched Baby Reindeer, going back to Baby Reindeer, what I found out is because the victim is a guy, it's not looked at seriously enough, but which is why it's a good thing.
That's an important topic.
And which also brings me to another point. I don't know if you remember, but I remember you were talking about we went to this university event, and we were talking about, I think the whole university event that day was about sexual abuse in relationships and stuff like that. I remember you and me went there just to like partake and find out and learn stuff. And then you said something Do you want to say what you said?
Okay, so basically, we're talking about the fucked up second half. I think episode 4 or 5 of
Baby
Reindeer, the bit where he gets
sexually abused
by the man. So we went, like Vithujan said, we went to this university talk kind of thing. Yeah, it was a South Asian thing, and we're sitting there, and all the a lot of females are talking about stories they know of and things like that, or their personal experience.
We learned a lot. Like, we learned the fact that a lot of Tamil girls feel very uncomfortable wearing like bikinis, like when they go to the beach in front of the dads and
that brothers. Story. We were like, how though?
Yeah,
how
and
in
I was
front
like,
of
and I remember I was arguing the case, like, but that's your dad and that's your brother. Why you? They don't see that. Like, she goes, yeah, but I don't know how they see me, so I could never wear a two-piece.
That was mad.
Yeah,
that was mad. But anyways,
weird,
so that in that place, I wanted to tell a story about this guy who once told me that once when he was in a club, some random guy, trigger warning for those who don't want to hear anything related to sexual abuse and stuff. So he was in a club, and this other guy managed to put his finger up his ass, just like in Baby Reindeer. As soon as I said that, like, people around me are taking it serious, and they're like, yeah, that's fucked. And the girl on the other side who talked the most about, like, oh, this is so fucked, girls are going through this and stuff.
The one
as
that
soon
was
as
the
I said
loudest,
it, she started, like, I heard her laugh. And
she was laughing.
And I literally looked at her and I was like, this wasn't a funny story. And she's like, oh, no, I wasn't laughing at that. But
she was, bro.
Yeah, and it was so obvious. And then, again, it proves a point that, like, when men have certain issues, whether it's sexual assault or stalking issues, just like in Baby Reindeer or whatever, it's not taken as seriously. And it's good that you brought that up, because I thought about that the other day as well. How, like, too many people...
That's why I'm here, bro.
I feel like too many people are... this post, Zizi Mills, you know Zizi Mills?
Oh yeah, the girl.
Yeah, so she posted, sometimes she says the right shit, bruv, yeah? So she said, the empathy the public is showing Martha from Baby Reindeer is a prime example why stalking or sexual harassment, abuse against men is not taken seriously. Let me finish off. Yes, she was mentally ill, but this grace would never be extended if roles were reversed.
Of course.
But this is the thing, it's true. And I think this brings to a conclusion as well, because obviously this was initially about Baby Reindeer and stuff. It's like we said, it happens to both genders, stalking, sexual abuse, everything, yeah. But it should be taken seriously both ways, and that's the only way you're gonna get even men speaking up about stalkers or men speaking up about sexual abuse. If you're gonna fucking laugh at a fucking sexual abuse talk meeting or wherever it was, yeah. For example, imagine in that talk that we went to, there was an actual guy who went through shit, and that's why he's there, to get more information, but he didn't want to talk about it. Bro, that girl laughing is enough for him to be like, you know what, I'm not going to talk about it.
That was probably his, like, he probably came to that.
Because it's a good safe space and shit.
Safe space, and because sometimes people just need to talk about it.
Yeah.
To share their problems.
So it's mad. So I think it's very important to emphasize on the point that whether it's women or men, these kind of things should be taken seriously.
Doesn't matter of the
genders, and hear them out. And it was so sad. One of the bits on fucking, you know which bit I'm talking about, fucking Baby Reindeer, when he tells his dad and everything what happened, and then his dad went through it.
Same thing.
You know what's sad? It's the fact that he kept saying, I can't say it because you're not gonna see me as a man anymore. And this is the case in a lot of fucking...
But you know, it's funny you say that, because I was actually always, when I was watching the thing, I think that's why I as much as I as much as I fucking sat there and watched the whole thing, I was able to put myself in his shoes the entire time. Like, I could feel it. So I was thinking to myself, if I was him, I was telling my mom and dad about this, I would feel like such a...
weak and shit.
Like hopeless.
But it's because how society have made that, innit?
Yeah. So less of an alpha male, more of a feminine. Because someone actually was able to penetrate me. I was thinking to myself, like, fuck, if that was me, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, it's hard.
This has like demasculinized me so much to a point where I feel weak. I couldn't do it because I feel like my manlyhood is taken away from me. But we shouldn't think like that. You know what I mean? We should never think like that. Just open up and not saying open up and talk about it.
It's not as easy as just opening up, of course, whether it's women or men.
Because we've seen it, and that's why we are stressing you to watch Baby Reindeer, because there are some things you can take from it, and also. And
I think just like that post I read of Zizi Mills, I think it's very important for us not to empathize too much with Martha and not to feel sorry for her, because like she said on that post, if it was the other way around, there's no way you would think, oh, I kind of understand because he's lonely and shit. No, you'd be like, this guy's a creep. He's fucked. Martha was a creep. She's fucked. You don't do that. She's got issues, bro. The end. Like,
the only thing you can feel sorry about her is the fact that she's got a mental health disorder.
It's disorder.
That's the only part of it.
It doesn't justify it. But you can feel bad that, okay, she's got an issue, she needs help. Like, that's it. But yeah, bro, that's the conclusion, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Fucking hell.
Cool. Sorry, quickly to finish off.
I think Jan again did some research and he got some numbers of helplines that can help you. We'll add it on the end of the video,
so
anyways.
If you or any of your friends, are going through any sort of like issues related to stalking, we'll add a couple of numbers right after this podcast. Yeah. And hopefully it might help you or it might come to use. But other than that,
thank you so much, guys, for watching. I know this was a serious one.
Yeah.
But
we'll see you next time with a
sometimes
serious
one. Sometimes jokes.